Hi, I just wanted to do another video, just to share something that's encouraged me. About honouring your parents. I know for myself, this is something that the Lord's really taught me, and also having my mum, she's really also taught me how important that is. Now, in the Bible it says in Ephesians 6:1-5, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Okay, so even regardless of what our parents do or don't do, whether they're right or wrong, the Lord says that we're to obey our parents because it's the right thing to do. And that's not always easy. Okay, honour your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. And I love that. God promises that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. And that's an awesome promise. So, God promises that if we do honour our parents, regardless of purely because it's the right thing to do, even if your parents left. My dad left when I was about 8 years old, and thanks to the strong faith of my mother never talked badly about my dad. She never put him down. She was honest about what happened. But she always told us that he loved us. My dad would, when we'd see him and talk to him and stuff, he'd always say, "I love you, girl," and I believed him. And even today we've got an awesome relationship. But it wasn't easy not having your dad around. I was actually awake at the time that he left. That was, that was a whole lot of healing that needed to be done. I used to have nightmares, but I remember the night that he left, and I heard my mum crying, and then I saw him standing at the door, and he, I suppose, was saying goodbye to us, but I pretended to be asleep, even though I knew what was going on. And then he turned around, walked down the stairs, and left. And as much as I'll never forget that, it doesn't hurt me anymore, because I know, because I do know even in that my dad still loves me, but more importantly that my Heavenly Father loves me. He's always been there for me. He's never abandoned me. He's never let me down. And so that's really where my confidence and my strength has come from. And again, with such an awesome mum. That love you, mum. So another scripture in Psalm 27 verse 10, which says, even though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. The Lord will not abandon me. The Lord will hold me close and take me in and take care of me. And I love that. Even I'm sure there's many stories and testimonies. Well, that's what we say, testimonies, but stories about just how God's been there for people that haven't had their parents. And it's not easy, but God will bless us with other people that will encourage us and support us. And as much as they can't be a substitute for the parent that's gone, they can still full of wood in our lives. And so I know for me, having awesome uncles and family around, and even people from church that were awesome role models to me, thinking especially of my Uncle Alec and Uncle Stephen, and yeah, just amazing people that God had brought into our lives, and just really encouraged and been there for us. So yeah, so back to honour your parents, so that all will go well with you. I believe people that do it if you do it just because it's the right thing to do, even though it's so much harder, God will honour you for that, and He does. And He honours His word and His promise, which says all will go well with you, and that you'll live long, and you'll live a long, enjoyable life. And I know that for myself that it hasn't been easy, but I can say I've got an awesome life, and I do enjoy my life. It hasn't always been easy, but God's made everything go really well for us, and I'm and I'm blessed, I have to say. And also, what else was I saying? Mind blank. But yes, and so if you do honour your parents, everything will go well with you. That's what I wanted to say. So, I remember going to a convention with my husband. We've been to a few conventions and business thingies because that's something we like. But one thing that really stuck out to me with everyone's stories that when they got up and shared was that they all talked about their parents, and even though some of them had parents that weren't around, and some had awesome parents, they all honoured their parents, they all acknowledged their parents, and you know, some of them, and they didn't even have any hard feelings against their parents. Some people even helped their parents that weren't around for them when they were when they'd made it. And basically, to me, that was what I see anyway, was God was fulfilling His promise in their lives, that regardless of how good or not so good their parents were, because they honoured their parents in their life, everything has gone really, really, really well for them, and I love that. So, yeah, so especially, well, we've all got parents, whether they're there or not, whether they're good or not. Honour your parents, and God will fulfill His promise, because He's our Heavenly Father and He loves us and He's always there for us. And yeah, okay then. Hope that encourages you guys. Bye.